Carp fishing at Bear Lake always works. There are different spots, and there are different baits that just work safely at Bear Lake. I'm once again standing at one of those classic spots, so one of the 3 important spots. If you don't know these 3 spots yet, definitely check out the playlist for Bear Lake. These 3 spots are introduced again and again in the videos, and the good thing is, since the spots basically don't change, you now only need to figure out which aroma, or rather which bait, is currently working. Yeah, I've been standing here for a few minutes now, and of course I tested some bait first. That means I walked up, blind, without any prior idea, to one of the classic spots, threw in 3 different baits, and 1 delivered immediately. And accordingly, I changed all rods to that 1 bait that's currently working. So let's keep going and pull out the next fish here. Yeah, so this is just always the same method, and all of it without any feed mix. That means you can come here without a feed mix and first test, what are the fish in the mood for right now? What's interesting for the carp? And once we figure out that this 1 aroma is working, then you ideally build a feed mix for that 1 fish species with a specific note, meaning with a special aroma that also happens to be working at the moment. And with that, the whole thing should work really well. So, classic spot here, 5563, cast out 21 meters, just like always in this spot. And right here, just over the reed edge, we land in an area where the bottom is a mussel bed. And that's always an exciting point, because we cast from here 21 meters into this area, and lying there, like a banana, a mussel bed, that's where we cast, and it works regularly. I'm using the Carp rig here, the first proper Carp rig for using boilies. In this case, they're sinking boilies or pellets, and that's what I'm using now. So, pellets combined with medium-sized boilies. In the beginning, of course, you can also test with smaller ones, or if you already have pop-up rig ready, then best to start with just a pop-up corn, all on a size 1 hook. And first observe how the spots react and how the fish react. As already mentioned, coconut cream was the most effective here, got a bite right away, and it seems to be going well again now. And just in this short time here, without any feed mix, I have to say, I'm already quite satisfied. Now, of course, we're about to mix a suitable feed mix for this spot and for the fish. Give it a little twitch now and then to see if there's still something coming in. Yeah, so let's mix the feed now. When it comes to feed, the form really doesn't matter at all. Whether we go with balls or use PVA or go in here with a bait rocket, it's completely irrelevant. The only important thing is that we're using some kind of feed. I'll go with the ball shape now. And for the feed mix, we'll use something that's sweet and creamy, but also includes coconut components. For most sweet feed mixes, I like to use corn as the base. Corn is always a solid base for tench or for carp, definitely worth it. As an add-on, we can also go with extra corn again. Then we scroll down to the food section and pick something like condensed milk. A very important point. In Eastern Europe, condensed milk is usually very sweet. So we've got sweetened thick milk here, and this exact sweetness is what I want in the feed mix. Next, we use feed pellets, coconut cream, since that's also the bait we're currently using. Now we've got 1 more slot left for our feed mix, and here we can decide what else goes in. There's lots of options, from peas to fly maggots or chopped worms. I'll go with fly maggots this time. That gives us a nice variety of components in the feed mix. And the whole thing is rounded off with coconut and cream, so coconut cream as the aroma here too. And with that, we've got a feed mix that should be ideal for carp. Maybe the tench will be triggered too, and we're baiting exactly the bait combination we're using. Coconut cream as bait, and out it goes. Since we're casting at max strength, at 120% power, we're casting about 20 meters out. That gives us a feeding radius of 2.5 meters around the feed mix. So if we've set the line clip at 21 meters, the feed mix lands exactly in that area. Now we'll throw about 10 to 15 balls in there. Because we're throwing feed into the spot, we're influencing the population of different fish species at this spot. That means the population of one species goes down and the population of another species increases. Often a feed mix takes a bit of time to convert a spot. In game, that can take about 2 to 3 hours, and then it should really start. In the worst case, of course, you mix a feed that scares away the exact fish you're actually targeting, so it reduces their population. That's what you need to find out. What do the fish actually like? Yeah, luckily things are going well right now, and I'm curious what else comes in and what I can pull out here. Whether the mirror carp are getting smaller, or whether the population is still rising, and we can pull out one after the other here, piece by piece. And there it goes again. Yeah. That's how it should be. More of that, please. And yeah, the weight is getting better too, just how it should be. So that's how you go about it, testing step by step. And you always test different aromas that work again and again. So things like coconut cream, things like just cream or mussel as bait, raspberry, blackcurrant, honey, you can always test those too. Those are all aromas that work well here at Bear Lake. Come on over here. And the next mirror, already 12 kilograms now. Yeah, that's currently the biggest one. So let's keep going. And if the bite frequency suddenly rises and more small fish are biting, then I'll definitely change the bait again and maybe try loading one rod with even bigger baits to maybe finally hook into a really big fish here. Yeah, that's it for this spot. Classic spot like I just said. Definitely check out the playlist for Bear Lake and the carp practice tutorial. There, everything is explained in detail. How a spot works, what the feed mix does, how to build your setup, what effect the leaders and weights have, and, as I said, most importantly, where are all the important spots here at Bear Lake? So, where can you best catch carp here? If it helped you, leave a thumbs up, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and then I'll see you in the next video. Well look, the tench also likes to bite here on coconut and cream. Very nice. Maybe we'll even get the golden tench. Let's just keep trying. Zap, and here's the next one. So yeah, it's going really well right now, and it can only get better. Tight line, see you next time.